Okay. Okay, now, if you would close your eyes just for a moment so that you can feel it. Okay. Tell me, what are you right now? You can tell me what you're feeling in your body. It doesn't matter. Just tell me what comes to you at the moment, as you are right now, this moment.
It feels like there's energies running around and like something in the middle that's just seeing thoughts, feelings, judgments, all of that. And then in the middle of that, it's just like a light in the middle of a stream or something.
Okay, so you're seeing all these thoughts and judgments and everything else. Now, recall that when you identified with a judgment, the moment you owned it, see how everything, the whole perspective changes. Everything changes the moment you identify with something that happens. See, everything is a happening. Really, there is no doing, as we think there is. For example, quite a few years ago, I was sitting very still, and I had a realization that I am breathing. But the realization was that nobody taught me how to breathe. You see? Nobody did. The moment we are born, the child begins to breathe. It is natural. But the key question is, who taught you? No one. Your blood is circulating. Who is doing it? No one. It happens by itself. Everything is a happening. Now you can say the essence is doing, the presence is doing it. You see, we want to attach to something. But everything is a happening within the real. The real is causing all the happening that makes the world appear so real, as if we're going someplace. You see? And everything is changing. But why? Why is all this happening? Because you see, without it, we cannot know what is real. How can you know the changeless, which is the real, without change? Everything we know and experience is changing. There is nothing that doesn't change. Absolutely nothing. But there comes a point when we say, but what keeps it going? What is it? It is the changeless. So when I ask a person, what are you right now? This very moment. And immediately you become aware of these thoughts crossing your mind, feelings. Maybe if I point you out in the group and you weren't ready to volunteer, you might feel a little self-conscious. So you'd have these self-conscious feelings. So your heart might pound a little faster. Your mouth might go a little dry. You might be a little nervous. But that's what's going on in your body right now. Is that you? Can I have some feedback? You say it's not you.
No, intellectually I know what you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I get stuck in the ego as much as so I understand what I think you want us to understand, but I'm not.
I don't want you to understand. I want you to see. Because understanding is intellectual. Yeah. Okay? So when you say you get caught in your ego, can I continue with you? Okay. When you say you're caught in your ego, who is this you that's caught in your ego?
The person that I feel is real, is here. That I am.
And you think that and you think that the real you gets caught in the ego?
No. The ego gets caught in itself.
Very good.
But it's hard for me to understand that I'm a spiritual being.
And when you say, and you go back and then you say, but it's hard for me, and you keep saying, who is this me?
Probably the observer. Or no, the person that's here. Not the, see, I get myself so confused.
No, that's okay. You're doing beautifully because you're honest. Okay, I don't want you to have the right answer. There are no right answers.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
That's why I'm here, because I'm so screwed up. So.
Who is screwed up?
Probably the ego.
Okay.
That person's a real mess,
We go back.
sure.
We go back to what we call the ego. Okay. Okay. Everything is just a happening. What we call an ego doesn't really exist at all. It is just a happening that we believe is us, and we own it. And the moment you own it, it owns you. Okay, and that's all. So every time you say me, and this is happening to me, you are owning it, which now is increasing its power over you. So what we need to see is that everything is just a happening. Right now you're a very beautiful being. And, you are, not only as a person you are beautiful, but as in reality. The real you has nothing to do with what you're thinking that you are at all. And this is what has to be understood. That everything that we think we are is just a thought that we think we are. And it has no validity at all, except that we identify with it. We buy into it, we own it. You see? And we think that spirituality is something we're going to attain. You don't attain it. You don't accomplish it. You don't practice it. You need to see. Seeing is all that there is. Now you might say, but okay, now I'm going to see it. No, you cannot make yourself see it. Seeing has nothing to do with duality. There is no you who's going to see. There is seeing. If you can grasp this, I think we've taken a giant leap. You cannot do anything. You cannot say, I'm going to see now, I'm going to practice, I'm going to make myself realize this. It's not possible. Because the experiencer is the appearance. But you, the real, the essence of what you are is already the light right now, this moment. The you who's looking, you can call it God if you will. But don't make it religious, because it's not anthropomorphic. This essence is there now, looking through your eyes. Adyashanti said something beautiful. He said, you're always looking for God with His eyes. You see? So anything that is happening to you, even what you think I am saying, is still a concept. This is why the seeing is so important. And the seeing has nothing to do with you trying to see. It is seeing. What do you see? I made a circle. You see the circle, but you also see the paper. But there's an immediate understanding that the paper came from a tree. The tree came from a seed. But when you open up the seed, it's empty. It came from nothing, pure energy. Who created that? Who made that? No one. No one. When you're pregnant and you're carrying the child, a fetus, and it becomes a living, breathing human being, who made it? The mother didn't make it. Nobody made it. It happened. You see? It is. That is the mystery and beauty of life. Everything is happening. But the moment you own something, you separate. And it is that which plunges you, quote, into hell. Suffering. Don't own anything, because you own everything already, but you're not it. See, this is the paradox. This is the great paradox. If you own the thought that crosses your mind, it will own you, and you become that thought. When a person feels inferior or a person feels superior, that doesn't mean there's an inferior or superior person. It's only because they think they are inferior, they think they are superior. Maybe of their past, maybe conditioning, maybe it is social, maybe it's environmental, maybe it's racial. It doesn't matter. The point is, it is achieved through the mind. But in truth, there's no separation at all. There's only you are. And that you are-ness has no separation at all. You're not separate from anything that you experience.